Welcome everybody to another interview today with VR Physio. I'm very happy to welcome Yair. So beautiful Thursday afternoon here in Tel Aviv, beautiful weather. Tell us a little bit about who you are, what brought you to the company.
Okay, so actually I'm 31 years old. I live in Tel Aviv, just a few minutes walking from here. My story and how it connects to VR Physio, so it's that a year ago I was doing reserve, and after a day of reserve I had some pains in my fingers, and I went to the doctor and I was diagnosed with a cervical herniated disc.
Okay.
So ever since, for the past year, I've herniated disc here, and ever since I'm not doing any active military service, I can do a lot of sports. So this is a short thing about me, but it's also what brings me and connects me to this company, right, and to this need.
So I'm really excited to have you here because it's the first time I'm having a virtual reality company here on the show. Tell us a little bit about what you guys do, so to give a little bit of background.
Yeah, so actually what we do eventually is we do smart physiotherapy using virtual reality. Okay, so if we need to understand why do we need it, so many people today suffer from different injuries, and one of the most common injury is neck injuries that caused by whiplash injuries, which is usually car accident, but also from all kinds of military services, from sport accident, and more. And we also see more and more people using all day in their smartphone or sitting by the computer and suffering a lot of pain in the upper part, the neck part, and it's increasing through the years, and there is no specific treatment or specific device that will let you treat your neck. If we're talking about leg or we're talking about hand, so you have specific devices you can buy, but for the neck there isn't any specific device. So we're getting more and more injuries, whole body injuries. We're using our body not in the way we were supposed to use it, and one of the main things is, have you ever been to a physiotherapist?
Yeah, I had one, so something on my neck, but twice.
Did he ever give you homework exercise?
Yes.
Did you do it?
No.
Yeah, I know. Nobody does it. I don't do it as well, and that's one of the biggest problems, because we get one of the most important things for our treatment to work is that we will be a part of the treatment.
Yeah.
That the physiotherapist will give us exercise and we will actually do it at home. And that's one of the biggest problems today. People don't do home physiotherapy. I don't do it. Nobody does it.
Yeah.
So on the other hand, the virtual reality world it's going to be one of the biggest revolutions of this generation. Some say it's going to be a bigger revolution than the mobile revolution. And what we plan is to take the physiotherapy world and the virtual reality world and connect them by a game, gamifying the physiotherapy world.
I mean, it's interesting because when you look back at the mobile phone revolution that you just mentioned, basically the mobile phone existed before already. There was, I don't know if you remember, Palm Pilot. There were the touch screen phones or organizers that they had back then, and then Steve Jobs came with the iPhone and it all blew up.
Yeah.
What do you think is missing for the VR world to blow up? Because right now I think it's mainly for gaming, I would say. People are using it. It's fun if you have the Samsung Gear VR, then you can play a few games. But overall, it's I don't see it yet as something that everyone is using. So what do you think is missing?
I think at the moment it's more like early adopters. It's not common enough. I think it's going to be a little bit more common, more reachable, and it's going to be a bigger variety of options to play with or to live in, or the environment you're going to be, and then it's going to explode. And I think we're almost there. sorry, and we're almost there. We're starting to see more and more devices, and then I believe it's gonna launch this world of virtual reality.
It's very interesting because I really think it's really a lot of fun. I just don't see it like in all my areas of life of wearing this. I see, for example, like, you know, when you have a specific need for it, then it could be very helpful. So tell me a little bit where are you standing with raising money in terms of that? Like,
okay.
A lot of VCs talk about like VR. Is it really that easy to raise money for VR at the moment?
Yeah, well, at the moment we're in the phase that we have an alpha product. We are doing more and more user testing to validate the product, and in about a month we're going to start fundraising for the first time. We're going to do a crowdfunding campaign.
Yeah.
So anyone can join into the fundraising just from a minimum amount.
Which platform?
We're going to use Exit Valley.
Okay.
It's the biggest platform at the moment in Israel, and we're going to use it.
But it's equity or just straight
up?
Yeah,
equity.
Equity crowdfunding.
Yeah, equity crowdfunding. Everybody is welcome to see the campaign and join. It's going to be around 3 weeks or a month. Going to be up in the air, and this is going to be our seed funding.
Yeah.
We're going to use this money actually to start making the product in our factory and making a product that we can already market. And I didn't explain it, the product enough yet, but actually what we plan to do, or what we plan to bring, is in the first stage we want this product to sit at the physiotherapist clinic. It's going to be one of the products he's going to use. You're going to come there for 1 hour. He's going to give you, put the headset on your head. He's going to give you a game to play, and this game will actually be your physiotherapy training. You would actually be playing things, and without noticing, you're going to experience physiotherapy. And more than that, we're going to have two main things that's going to make it unique. One is that it's going to be connected to the physiotherapist. All the data you're training is going to be connected, and so on.
I can see that also very applicable for insurance, for example.
Definitely.
For example, like you can get a discount if you actually do your homework.
Definitely. So this is, let's say, our stage 3 for the business plan. But what you said is very correct, because basically 40% of all the money insurance companies pay for anything is cost for whiplash injuries. Okay, so there's
forth and back movement.
So they have a big incentive to prevent these things and to fund preventive or rehabilitations.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Okay, guys, there's so much to talk about virtual reality, but let's stop it here. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much to Yair for being here and giving us some information. See you soon with another episode.